guys, this is Michelle again with Book Psych, and I just finished an amazing book that I wanted to share with you. So let's get right into it. The book is International Player by Louise, and it came out last April 2019. I have to say this was definitely a book that should be read by anyone that is dating, okay? It deals with rejection. I'm probably going to end up rambling here and everything because the book surprised me. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Louise is a fairly new author to me, so I'm a little excited about trying to find more books by her, and then we'll go from there as to see what type of author she is. Whether she's going to be one of those just passing the time type of books, or gripping me to the point I need to finish that book and forget everything else that's going on. So I want to tell you a little bit about this, but I don't want to go overboard because of the fact that I am excited about it, and I don't want to reveal anything and give spoilers. So I'm just going to tell you about the human behaviors that are in there that I found very, very interesting, and then how it actually applies to the dating life. Maybe I'll get back to the book. Okay, so a lot of times with dating, we deal with rejection. The first thing I can tell you is, and this has nothing to do with books, you have to prepare to be rejected. It's part of life. It's going to happen, okay? A lot of people have these either stereotypes in their head, or they're set on this fixed thing that they want, this fixed romance, this fixed person that they want in their life, and they can get a little blindsided. So they will probably end up hurting you, not realizing it. And then there are the people out there that are just going to hurt you for no good reason. Okay? That is their whole purpose in life, is just to hurt you. All right? That rejection makes you stronger. You take it, you turn it around, and you use it to strengthen you. It is part of life. It is one of those things that needs to happen in order for you to get to the right person. So just expect it. When it happens, it's going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. You probably won't even understand why you're being rejected. That's not your issue. That is not your problem. That's someone else's. They lost out on you. I know that's very easy to say, but it's something that if you tell yourself on a regular basis, do what they used to do in the old days. Go old school if you have to, okay? Look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, rejection is part of life. It is not my issue, it is theirs. And you will get there. Then rejection won't be so much of a problem. Now, there is another type of rejection, and that's what International Player really explores. Let me just make the rejection a little bit clearer, okay? It's not a matter of whatever reasons the other person has for rejecting you. That is their reasonings, okay? Whatever their reasoning is, it doesn't affect you. It is their reasoning, it is their issue, it is their problem, whatever. It has nothing to do with you. You just need to realize that for whatever reason, that person wasn't right for you. And now you're in a better position waiting for the next person, or looking for the next person, depending on who you are. All right, so now I want to focus a little bit more on a different type of rejection. And this is a type of rejection that I think Louise really demonstrates. She was able to really explore this and allow her characters to really feel that rejection to the point of fear. Rejection is, well, this type of rejection that I'm referring to is actually when you're in a relationship. The rejection that you experience when you're starting a new relationship. Sometimes we can get so wrapped up, we get so excited that this other person that we're attracted to, that we're feeling chemistry with, is into us, that we don't stop to realize that that person may want a relationship or they don't want a relationship. Now, if they don't want a relationship, that's the type of rejection that I'm talking about. All right. One way to prevent this type of rejection is to have a discussion in the beginning of the relationship. Find out what type of relationship are you in. Is your definition of a relationship the same as your significant other's? Those are things that need to be discussed. And you can't have fear when you're discussing those things, because that is going to prevent the rejection and the pain and the fear that you're going to feel later because you don't know. And that is one thing that the characters in International Player demonstrate. Noah, who is the lead, male lead, obviously is the international player. Okay, he's traveled the world, he's done things, and he can get any woman he wants. Truly is the female lead in International Player, and she's fully aware of his reputation and the type of male that he is, but yet she still has had this crush on him. They were able to develop a friendship a few years prior, and that friendship still exists. Now, understanding that, sometimes people are afraid of that rejection in a friendship type relationship. Friends turning into lovers is an excellent type of foundation for a relationship. However, for some couples, it's not. The fear of losing the friendship and turning into a romantic love and losing that friendship is too much for them. So that is one human behavior, human dilemma that Louise deals with in International Player that I thought was really interesting. She showed the uniqueness of their characters and how each of them were dealing with potential rejection, okay, potential fear of losing a friendship that both of them valued very, very much, but neither one of them knew how much they valued that relationship or that friendship. So I think, again, obviously these are stories, these are fiction stories, and I will keep repeating that. But there is a lot of human psychology that can be taken out of that and applied in our lives. And again, this is another one where understanding, now in the story, yes, it makes for an excellent story to not have that conversation in the beginning. All right? Because if you had that conversation, then obviously you wouldn't have the hurdles and the obstacles that you're going to have to go through in order to get to the relationship, get the two together. Hence, no story. But exploring and reading how these two leads or these two characters have overcome so many obstacles because they didn't have that conversation, I think could enlighten us a little bit to see, okay, you know what? It is better if we have that conversation in the beginning. It is better if we take the time and find out, is your definition of love, is your definition of a relationship the same as mine? Find these things out. You want to be on the same page. If both of you are on the same page, then it is easy, okay, for a relationship to progress. Okay, a second human behavior that I noticed in the book is, and I know a lot of us do this, I actually have a daughter who did this in her relationships. She would get into a relationship and automatically, if it was going too well, she would panic. She got fearful and she expected everything to fail. So she sabotaged the relationship before it had a chance to break her heart. And she didn't realize that she was doing this. So we talked for a little while, and she, every time something would happen in a relationship, she would call me up and we would talk. And it turned out that she finally started to see that she was expecting it to fail. She was expecting certain things to happen in a relationship, and when they didn't happen, she didn't know how to handle it. So she created these negative situations. She created arguments so that the relationship would go the way she expected it to. That is another key human behavior that I think sometimes when we've had our heart broken too many times, we fall into, and we end up sabotaging ourselves. That is what Truly did in International Player. She prepared herself and she tried to protect herself in so many different ways because she was afraid. And it wasn't just a relationship with Noah or a relationship with anyone else that she dated. This is what she did in her life. She trying to protect herself and just stay in a little bubble. Now, I hope they didn't give too much away, and I don't think it really did, because there's still a whole lot about the story and about what Truly and Noah do to protect themselves, what they do trying to build a relationship, but at the same time not destroy that friendship. That the obstacles they go through are still very, very romantic. For lack of better words, they're romantic in the story, okay? And who of us does not? I know that there are a lot of people out there that just want to say that romance is for suckers, romance is for saps. Well, guess what? I guess I'm a sap then, because I love the romance stories, all right? Romance is a part of life. It's that emotional desire that we're all trying to get in a relationship. We want that companionship. We want that partner, that lifelong partner that we can spend our lives with, that we can share our life with. So that is a human need, a human behavior that we all strive in one way or another to satisfy. So if reading romance novels makes me a sap, I'm okay with that. At this point in my life, I am definitely okay with that. I have romance in my life, so I'm cool. I hope you get it too. So let's get back to this book, because I really, really want to share my review with you. This, as much as I have talked about this book, and I think you know that I am excited about this book, I have to say that my rating for this book would be a good book. I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the characters. One thing I think that you might have learned from my previous videos is I am all about character development, okay? The characters are what pull you into the story. If you can't relate to a character, if you can't understand a character, why are you going to continue reading a book about a character? Either you want to see that character get what they deserve, or you want to see that character overcome and get what they wanted. Whatever. You want to see what happened, what did happen previously with that character. Character development is everything. It is key. And if it's not there, the book is just I think it's going to drop. It's going to drop your attention. It falls flat. So, International Player, definitely is a good book. Character development was key. And like I said, I saw the human behaviors in there that, again, obviously we deal with in life. And to see that in life that we're dealing with, and a lot of people are dealing with rejection, and you'll hear a lot of dating sites telling you, don't take it personally, don't take it personally. Well, International Player shows you what happens when you do take it a little bit personally. Because then it develops this fear. It develops these negative emotions that eventually cause baggage when you're trying to get into another relationship. So if you're dealing with rejection, if you have issues facing rejection, and you want a good story that will help you deal with it, check out Louise Bay, International Player. Alright guys, like always, if you share my opinion, if you don't like my opinion, whatever, drop me a comment and don't forget to subscribe.